Discomfort is the silent thief. It creeps in, whispering promises of ease and safety, while robbing you of growth, ambition, and true freedom. My dear wisdom seekers, today we embark on a journey, a relentless pursuit of discomfort, not as a punishment, but as the ultimate liberation. For only in discomfort does the soul find its strength. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, we have traded resilience for convenience and fortitude for fleeting pleasures. The ancients, however, knew better. They recognized that true greatness is not forged in moments of ease, but in the furnace of challenge and adversity. The Stoics called us to embrace hardship, to welcome obstacles, and to see them not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth. Seneca once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This is not a call for suffering, but a call for intentional struggle, a deliberate and disciplined practice of moving beyond the boundaries of comfort. For it is within these boundaries that potential suffocates and dreams wither away. Today, I offer you 10 habits, 10 practices to dismantle the illusion of comfort and awaken a life of purpose, courage, and profound strength. These are not just habits for the body, but for the mind and spirit. They are tools to cultivate a will so strong, a discipline so unyielding, that no hardship can break you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Let us explore these habits together, guided by the wisdom of the ancients and the unshakable truth that comfort is the enemy of growth. This is not an easy path, but it is the one that leads to freedom. Habit 1. Seek voluntary discomfort. Comfort is addictive. It promises ease, but it erodes resilience. To escape this trap, you must deliberately step into discomfort, not by accident, not when forced, but as a choice. This is one of the most profound teachings of Stoicism. To prepare yourself for life's inevitable challenges by voluntarily confronting difficulty in your everyday life. Seneca reminds us, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" He is calling us to train ourselves, to condition the mind and body to withstand discomfort and emerge stronger. Voluntary discomfort isn't about enduring suffering for its own sake, but about building a mindset that can endure anything life throws your way. How do you begin? Start small. Take a cold shower every morning. Feel the icy sting on your skin and resist the urge to step away. The act isn't about the cold water, it's about mastering the impulse to avoid what's unpleasant. As Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. Each cold shower, each skipped meal, each mile walked in rain is a lesson. Discomfort does not control you. Extend this practice into other areas of life. Choose to fast for a day, not as a health trend, but as a test of your will. Walk instead of driving, even when it's inconvenient. Spend time outdoors without the comfort of modern gear, exposed to nature's elements. As you voluntarily strip away luxuries, you'll discover that your dependence on them is far weaker than you imagined. What's the ultimate goal? It's not just to endure discomfort, but to embrace it, to see it as an ally rather than an enemy. When challenges arise unexpectedly, as they inevitably will, you'll face them with courage and composure. You'll say to yourself, as Marcus Aurelius said, "I was made for this." Habit 2. Cultivate relentless discipline. Discipline is the foundation of greatness, yet it's often the first casualty of comfort. It is far easier to allow life to pull you along in its currents than to swim deliberately against the tide. But the Stoics understood that discipline is not a punishment, it is liberation. To live without discipline is to live enslaved by impulses, desires, and distractions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Discipline is the practice of exercising that power over and over again until it becomes a habit. This isn't about motivation or fleeting bursts of effort. Motivation fades, but discipline remains, a steady, unwavering force. To cultivate discipline, start by mastering your mornings. Wake up at the same time every day, even when you feel tired, even when you don't want to. The act of rising early is a symbolic victory over comfort. Use this time to prepare your mind and body for the day ahead, whether through exercise, meditation, or study. These early hours are your training ground, where you fortify your will against the temptations of ease and idleness. Discipline also demands structure. Set clear goals and break them down into manageable tasks. Write them down and hold yourself accountable. As Seneca advised, begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. This means treating each day as an opportunity to practice discipline, no matter how small the act may seem. But perhaps the greatest test of discipline is learning to say no. No to distractions, no to temptations, and most importantly, no to your own excuses. When you commit to a course of action, see it through, even when it becomes difficult, even when comfort whispers in your ear to quit. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, no matter how you feel. Over time, discipline becomes a way of life. It is not something you do, it is who you are. The Stoics believed that virtue is the highest good, and discipline is the path to virtue. By cultivating relentless discipline, you become the architect of your own life, no longer a victim of circumstances or fleeting desires. Habit 3. Embrace the power of solitude. In a world consumed by noise and distractions, solitude has become a rarity. Yet it is in solitude that we find clarity, strength, and the courage to confront our true selves. The Stoics valued solitude not as an escape from the world, but as a means of better understanding it and ourselves. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Solitude provides the space to examine these fears, to strip away the illusions and distractions that cloud our judgment. When you are alone, with no one to impress, no roles to play, you are left with only yourself. This can be uncomfortable, even frightening, but it is necessary. Begin by carving out time each day for silence. Turn off your devices, step away from the demands of the world, and sit with your thoughts. At first, your mind will rebel, filling the void with worries and distractions. But over time, you will find a stillness that allows you to see clearly. This is not idleness. It is a profound act of self-discipline. Solitude also teaches us to be comfortable with who we are. Many people seek constant company and stimulation because they fear being alone. They fear confronting their own thoughts, their own doubts, their own weaknesses. But the Stoics remind us that true strength comes from within. As Epictetus said, man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Solitude helps us separate the imagined from the real. Use your time alone to reflect on your values and actions. Are you living in alignment with your principles? Are you pursuing what truly matters, or are you chasing illusions? Solitude provides the clarity to answer these questions honestly. It is in these quiet moments that you can recalibrate your life, shedding what no longer serves you and focusing on what does. But solitude is not isolation. The goal is not to withdraw from the world, but to engage with it more deeply and intentionally. When you return to society, you bring with you a sense of purpose and inner strength that no amount of comfort can provide. By embracing solitude, you cultivate the resilience to face life's challenges with clarity and courage. Habit 4. Master the art of delayed gratification. In a culture driven by instant gratification, patience is a revolutionary act. Yet as the Stoics knew, true fulfillment comes not from indulging in immediate pleasures, but from the discipline to delay gratification in pursuit of something greater. Delayed gratification is not about deprivation. It's about mastery. Mastery over impulses, over fleeting desires, and ultimately over yourself. Seneca reminds us, "He who is brave is free." And what is bravery in this context, if not the courage to resist the pull of immediate satisfaction? When you choose to delay gratification, you are exercising freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of impulse and the need for instant reward. The practice begins with awareness. Pay attention to the small decisions you make every day. Do you reach for your phone the moment boredom sets in? Do you give in to the allure of fast food instead of preparing a nourishing meal? These small moments are the battleground of self-mastery. Each time you resist, you are training your willpower, strengthening your ability to wait for what truly matters. Consider the value of investment, not just in the financial sense, but in all areas of life. When you delay gratification, you are making an investment in your future self. You study now so you can excel later. You save money now so you can build wealth over time. You endure the discomfort of exercise today so you can enjoy health and vitality in the years to come. The Stoics understood this principle deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now." But delayed gratification is not merely about achieving long-term goals. It is about finding joy in the process itself. When you shift your focus from the outcome to the journey, you discover a deeper sense of fulfillment. The act of restraint becomes a source of pride, a demonstration of your strength and discipline. Ultimately, the habit of delayed gratification is a declaration of sovereignty. You are no longer a slave to the whims of desire. You are the master of your fate, building a life of purpose and meaning rather than one dictated by fleeting pleasures. Habit 5. Face fear head-on. Fear is one of the greatest barriers to growth. It keeps us confined within the boundaries of comfort, whispering lies about what we can and cannot do. Yet the Stoics knew that fear is not an enemy, it is a teacher. To destroy comfort, you must confront your fears, not by avoiding them, but by stepping into them with courage and intention. Epictetus said, "Man is troubled not by events, but by the meaning he gives them." Fear, then, is not about the external world, but about your perception of it. The habit of facing fear head-on begins with reframing it. Instead of seeing fear as a signal to retreat, see it as a signpost pointing toward growth. Start by identifying your fears. Are you afraid of failure, rejection, uncertainty? Write them down and ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? Often you'll find that your fears are exaggerated, fueled by imagination rather than reality. Once you've identified your fears, take deliberate steps to confront them. For example, if you fear public speaking, sign up for a class or volunteer to give a presentation. If you fear rejection, practice hearing the word no by making bold requests or approaching people you wouldn't normally talk to. Each time you face a fear, you chip away at its power. The Stoics also practiced a technique called premeditation malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves imagining the worst-case scenario in vivid detail, not to dwell on it, but to prepare for it. By mentally rehearsing adversity, you make it less intimidating and easier to face. As Seneca wrote, "What is hard to bear is sweet to remember." The hardships you endure today will become the stories of your resilience tomorrow. Over time, the habit of facing fear transforms you. You become less reactive, more courageous, and more willing to take risks. You realize that fear is not a barrier, but a gateway to growth. By stepping into fear, you destroy the comfort that keeps you small and discover the vastness of your potential. Habit 6. Practice intentional minimalism. Comfort often masquerades as abundance. We fill our lives with possessions, commitments, and distractions, thinking they will bring happiness, only to find ourselves weighed down by their burden. The Stoics understood this paradox and taught the value of simplicity. By practicing intentional minimalism, you free yourself from the clutter, both physical and mental, that hinders your growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Minimalism is not about deprivation. It is about focusing on what truly matters. It is the art of saying no to excess so you can say yes to purpose. Begin with your physical environment. Look around your home and ask yourself, what do I truly need? What brings value to my life? And what is merely taking up space? Start by decluttering one area, letting go of items that no longer serve you. This process is not just about creating a tidy space, it is about creating mental clarity. Each item you release is a step toward freedom. But minimalism goes beyond possessions. It is also about simplifying your commitments and priorities. Are you saying yes to too many things out of obligation or fear of missing out? The Stoics remind us to focus on what is within our control and to let go of the rest. By eliminating distractions and unnecessary obligations, you create space for what truly matters: your goals, your relationships, and your personal growth. Minimalism also applies to your mind. In today's world, we are bombarded with information, much of it trivial and distracting. Practicing intentional minimalism means being selective about what you consume. Limit your time on social media, choose your sources of information wisely, and prioritize deep, meaningful engagement over superficial scrolling. As you embrace minimalism, you'll find that less truly is more. you'll experience a sense of lightness and freedom that no amount of material wealth can provide. By letting go of excess, you make room for what is essential, creating a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. Habit 7. Develop an ironclad routine. Routine is the scaffolding upon which a disciplined life is built. Without structure, even the most ambitious goals become elusive, and even the strongest intentions falter. The Stoics were keenly aware of this, emphasizing the importance of daily habits in shaping character and fostering resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This advice urges us to stop contemplating and start doing, to design our days in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations. The habit of creating and following a routine is not restrictive. It is liberating. It frees your mind from decision fatigue and allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters. To develop an ironclad routine, start with your mornings. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Wake up at the same time each day and dedicate the first hour to intentional practices: meditation, journaling, exercise, or reading. These activities serve as a mental and physical warm-up, preparing you to face the challenges ahead. Next, prioritize your tasks. Identify your most important work, the tasks that align with your long-term goals, and tackle them first. This is what modern productivity experts call eating the frog, but the Stoics practiced it long before the phrase was coined. Seneca advised, "Begin at once to live." This means addressing what truly matters without procrastination or distraction. Consistency is the cornerstone of a successful routine. The key is not perfection, but persistence. Even on days when motivation wanes, stick to your routine. This persistence builds discipline, which in turn builds confidence. The more you honor your commitments to yourself, the more trust you build in your ability to follow through. Finally, close each day with reflection. Take a moment to review your actions, celebrate your progress, and identify areas for improvement. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his own behavior, asking himself whether he lived in accordance with his principles. By ending your day with intentionality, you prepare yourself to begin the next with purpose. A well-constructed routine becomes a foundation of strength, allowing you to weather life's uncertainties with poise and determination. It transforms the chaos of daily life into a deliberate, focused journey toward your highest self. Habit 8. Strengthen the body to fortify the mind. The Stoics believed in the inseparable connection between the body and the mind. They understood that physical strength and resilience are essential for cultivating mental fortitude. As Epictetus observed, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. The habit of physical training is not just about building muscles, it is about building character. To destroy comfort and forge an unshakable life, you must make physical challenges a part of your daily existence. Exercise is not a vanity project. It is a discipline that sharpens your willpower and expands your capacity to endure hardship. When you push your body beyond its perceived limits, you teach your mind to do the same. Begin with something simple yet demanding, such as bodyweight exercises, running, or weightlifting. The specific activity matters less than the consistency with which you approach it. Each workout is an opportunity to confront discomfort and emerge stronger, not just physically, but mentally. The Stoics often used physical hardships as a way to train the mind. Consider the practice of enduring cold or hunger, not out of necessity, but as an exercise in self-control. Similarly, physical training teaches you to embrace pain as a natural part of growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Each drop of sweat, each moment of strain, is a reminder that you are in control of your reactions, even in the face of difficulty. Moreover, physical training enhances your resilience in other areas of life. When your body is strong, your mind becomes more focused, your emotions more stable, and your ability to face challenges more robust. The discipline you cultivate in the gym or on the track spills over into your work, your relationships, and your pursuit of excellence. But physical strength is not the ultimate goal. It is a means to an end. The Stoics emphasized balance and moderation. Exercise should enhance your life, not dominate it. By making physical training a habit, you create a foundation of strength and vitality that supports your journey toward wisdom and virtue. Habit 9. Speak less, listen more. The habit of speaking less and listening more is a practice in humility, mindfulness, and the pursuit of wisdom. The Stoics valued measured speech, understanding that words have power and should be used with intention. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. In a world where everyone is eager to be heard, the ability to listen is a rare and valuable skill. Listening is not merely about hearing words. It is about understanding, connecting, and learning. It requires you to set aside your ego and focus entirely on the person in front of you. To cultivate this habit, begin by observing your own tendencies in conversation. Do you interrupt? Do you listen only to respond? Practice pausing before you speak and consider whether your words add value to the conversation. This simple act of mindfulness can transform your interactions, making them more meaningful and productive. The Stoics also taught the importance of silence. Seneca wrote, "It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence." Silence is not emptiness. It is a space for reflection and insight. When you refrain from speaking unnecessarily, you conserve your energy and direct it toward what truly matters. Listening more also deepens your relationships. People are drawn to those who truly hear them. By giving others your full attention, you build trust, empathy, and understanding. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything you hear, but acknowledging and respecting different perspectives. Moreover, listening is a gateway to wisdom. When you speak, you only repeat what you already know. When you listen, you open yourself to new ideas, experiences, and knowledge. The Stoics valued the pursuit of wisdom above all else, and listening is an essential part of that journey. By speaking less and listening more, you develop humility, patience, and insight. You learn to choose your words carefully and to value the perspectives of others. This habit is not just about communication, it is about cultivating a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Habit 10. Seek adversity as a teacher. Adversity is the ultimate test of character. It strips away illusions, exposes weaknesses, and forces you to confront the truth about yourself. For the Stoics, adversity was not something to be avoided but embraced. It was seen as a teacher, shaping the soul and sharpening the mind. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." To destroy comfort and grow into your fullest potential, you must actively seek adversity, not recklessly, but intentionally. This habit is not about creating unnecessary hardship, but about reframing the challenges you encounter and stepping into them with courage and purpose. Begin by welcoming the small adversities that life presents every day. A long line at the store, a difficult coworker, an unexpected expense. These are not annoyances, but opportunities to practice patience, composure, and resourcefulness. Each moment of frustration is a chance to strengthen your mental resilience. Next, challenge yourself to take on larger adversities deliberately. Set ambitious goals that push you beyond your comfort zone. Whether it's running a marathon, learning a new skill, or starting a challenging project, the act of committing to something difficult will force you to grow. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds strength and confidence. The Stoics also taught the importance of gratitude in adversity. Seneca said, "A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." This wisdom reminds us that our perception of adversity often determines its impact. Instead of seeing hardship as a curse, view it as a blessing, a chance to refine your character and deepen your understanding of life. Over time, the habit of seeking adversity transforms you. You become more adaptable, more resilient, and more confident in your ability to face whatever comes your way. Comfort loses its grip on you, and you begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to greatness. Final thoughts. A life beyond comfort. Comfort is a seductive trap. It lulls you into complacency, convincing you that ease is the ultimate goal. But as the Stoics taught, true fulfillment lies not in avoiding discomfort, but in confronting it head-on. The habits we've explored are not just practices, they are a way of life, a philosophy that leads to strength, resilience, and unshakable inner peace. As Marcus Aurelius urged, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Life is fleeting, and every moment spent in the grip of comfort is a moment wasted. By embracing these 10 habits, you are choosing to live fully, intentionally, and courageously. To my wisdom seekers, the journey away from comfort is not easy, but it is worth it. With each step, you will uncover new depths of strength, purpose, and clarity. You will find that the things you once feared, discomfort, challenge, adversity, are not your enemies but your allies. They are the forge in which greatness is made. The path of Stoicism is not about perfection but persistence. It is about striving, failing, learning, and growing. It is about becoming the kind of person who can look back on their life with pride, knowing they lived not in fear of discomfort but in pursuit of excellence. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Every step you take is a testament to your courage and determination. And as you walk this path, you join a long lineage of thinkers, warriors, and seekers who have chosen the difficult but rewarding road of self-mastery. So go forth, wisdom seekers. Embrace the habits that will destroy comfort and awaken your true potential. The world awaits the strength, resilience, and wisdom that only you can bring.